Hello everybody and welcome back to G for G Games for Gamers. I am your host, Napalm Dom, and today we're going to look at the start of the new PvP season, which is basically the Angela season. And let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards, and we'll take a look at the heroes, kind of discuss them, and I'll go through my daily 5. So we have 100,000 silver. We have 10 gold. We have a Diamond League reward of Hugin's Eye. Watchful Eye, a non-removable passive, dodges all incoming unarmed attacks. Removes True Strike from incoming attacks. Very interesting. Does not affect unarmed attacks with Ethereal Strike or Catastrophic. So basically, you're going to dodge the hell out of Quicksilver. We can just call this Quicksilver's Bane right there. Dodging melee attacks grants many shot, increasing the damage of the next range attack. Self, many shot applied 5 times. So, this is phenomenal for a ranged agent, and this is really going to go against a lot of groups that are common right now. Let's say like Red Hulk's level 1, everything Quicksilver does, Famine Rogue. Very, very interesting eye. I can imagine seeing this on a lot of defenses, but I can also see people slotting this due to the high PvP bonuses, but I wouldn't recommend that. This Vibranium Blaster suit, which means Tactician's probably the season after this, seems like a phenomenal suit on the passives. Health and Stamina are 3-bar, Attack is a high 4-bar, Defense is a little low at 2, Accuracy is fairly high at 4, and Evasion is at 3, so this is a semi-glass cannon suit. You cannot become impaired, which probably will mean that when a Tactician suit comes out, you will become immune to Exhausted, and with the exception of the non-manual extra turn, that's going to be really good. I would say it's going to be good as a defensive tactical suit. But the other passive here for the Blaster Safeguard suit is you get a shield that absorbs incoming damage. Attacking an enemy will not activate their class ability, so you will not turn on Tacticians. That's really nice. And the next damaging attack applies staggered. It remains to be seen how big of a shield it is, or what reapplies the shield. And of course, we have Angela. Now, Angela and Destroyer are the 2 heroes that we will get out of this. Destroyer is a lockbox, and Angela is winning PvP. She is a scrapper. She has 2-bar health, 3-bar stamina, a solid 4-bar attack, accuracy, and evasion, and a low 2-bar defense. So she is basically going to be all about attacking. You're probably going to ISO her with health, attack, accuracy, and evasion, and probably nothing will go into defense if you are using the PKB method. She has a passive Art of the Hunt, chance to preemptively counter any enemy attack applying bleeding. Counterattacks when an enemy is marked with Mark of the Huntress applies flanked. She is Asgardian, and she gains health and stamina whenever an enemy is defeated, slightly similar to Valkyrie. Her level 1 is a slashing melee attack. It is Zyphos. It causes bleeding and ravage, which is really nice, so she ramps up her own attack. And this is where the Mark of the Huntress comes in. Attacks against this target are guaranteed to hit. Allies that defeat this target will, with an attack, gain health. So I would say if, for example, you're using her with Molly Hayes, and Molly Hayes goes into her tantrum and kills somebody, then Molly is going to regain health when she does it. She has Blades of Ichor, which is a hemorrhaging attack, nothing for nothing. Enemies with Mark of the Huntress gain buff blocker. And she removes buffs, so she's got a little mini Deadpool going on here. It's 3 hits. 3 hits. So honestly, you may not want to really bump up her accuracy that much unless you're trying to get her crit high, but it does seem like she already crits relatively high. Battle Cry. It is a quick action leader of the hunt. Enemies with Mark of the Huntress gain Intimidate and Cower on herself, Blessing, and Rising Up. That is similar to Angel's Blessing or the Staff of Asclepios and Blood Angel. Finest Hour. Very high crits, but very low chance of hitting. Blood Debt. Attacks against enemies with Mark of the Huntress gain Exploit Bleeds. Defeating an opponent with Mark of the Huntress grants an extra turn. Wow. So honestly, you know what? This could pair up extremely nicely with Molly. Might let you get around her stun and whatnot. Essentially, you would chew up the stun in the extra round. So she's going to be a lot of fun. She might team up really well with some others like Valkyrie, Bleeders, and perhaps somebody who can protect against all of the extra attacks that she might do. So Wrath Shank, Heroic Age, Iron Fist. Then we have the Destroyer, who looks pretty much exactly like every time we've encountered him in the game. He has Engine of Destruction. He gains a Destructive Essence when attacking. Destructive Essence restores stamina every turn. He's a mystical construct. He has the Asgardian passives, where he's immune to bleeding, immobilized, poisoned, and stunned. He's also immune to delirium, fear, morale, and psychic effects, and bio, and psychic attacks. So basically, this guy is just a walking piece of metal. And, you know, with the delirium and the psychic effects and whatnot, I think that basically means he's just never going to get Black as Voided. I want for him to be great on defense when I see these passives. I see them, and my knee-jerk is, this guy's going to go on a defensive team. His health is solid at 3 bars. His attack and defense are a mighty 4 bars. His accuracy is really poor, and his evasion is just bad. It's just balls out bad. So we're probably going to ISO him with health, attack, defense, and of course, accuracy. That accuracy is going to be pretty tough to work up. He has a Disintegration Beam, which is deadly crits, but his crit chance is very low at 1%, so you're really going to need to slap a lot of accuracy on him. He exploits stuns, and there's the Destructive Essence. He has Crush. Again, low critical rate, but the hit rate's up a bit higher. Incapacitation and Shield Breaker. Fueling Essence, which is a multifunction, and this is where I think he's going to get a little rough to run on D. One quick action says he consumes all of his essences to gain Essence of Might. He protects allies, and he counters enemy attacks with Destruction. The cooldown is a quick action. He consumes his essence for Essence of Youth. He heals a small amount of health. And Frenzy, which he consumes his essences and he gains Mischief, grants an extra turn. So, if, let's say, he gets these stacks over here, they will only stack 3 times, but it remains to be seen if perhaps you could possibly do like 1, 1, and 1. So he would gain 1 Essence of Might, he'd gain 1 cooldown for Essence of Youth, and then 1 Frenzy, so he gets an extra turn. Like, he maybe can do 1 and 1, so this really remains to be seen what we can do with this. However, all of these are buffs, so you could put the A ISO here that says buff actions gain health. So that could be nice. An Obliteration Wave. All enemies, low chance of hit, poor chance of crit. It is a 1 round cooldown, ranged energy and fire. Everybody melts armor, everybody is burning, and there's that Destructive Essence again. So I think he has potential to be really good on defense, because all of these are quick actions, so maybe he'll just continue doing the right offensive abilities here. Destroyer is a metal construct crafted by a metal stronger than even Uru and empowered by the Allfather Odin. A weapon forged against the Celestials, the Destroyer was lost for ages until Loki discovered it and used it to attack Thor. It can only animate by assuming the life force of another, but once it does, it is nearly invincible. To say whose life force resides in the armor currently is a mystery. Wow, Angela's is huge. Alright, so you guys could read the Angela bio. We might be here for a little while. I want to see what her team-up is for Valkyrie. As Guardians Godlike, you have my sword. So nothing really special there. Her biggest seems to come off of... she's got 3 with Deadpool, 3 with Fandral, quite a lot with Gamora. Wow. We could be friends. Interesting. Hugin Hybrid, Kazar, lot with Loki. Let's see what she gets with Thor. A reasonable amount. So it seems like Loki is wow, Loki is a 5-point team up with her. That is really interesting. I wonder how many chancers. Yeah, Loki. So Loki's really getting in on a lot of the action lately. So this was a team that had been running for a little bit, just for I forget what. It's Molly and Rogue. Rogue is standing in for Iron Fist temporarily. I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger to attack with it. Mostly because in practice... Oh, I didn't want to do practice. In practice, they only lost once. This is actually a really solid team-up. And it, of course, centers around the Dragon's Foot. Taking a little while to load over here. And let's see what my first combat of the PvP season is. Oh boy. So it's going to be a mauling. It's probably going to be a mauling just from this. So let's see. Well, actually, let's start off with the ice just so that we hurt Human Torch. That is to be expected on the first day because everybody is at square. Ooh, wow, that guy's already lost quite a lot. Alright. Here we go again. Okay, so this team is going to be a challenge. Okay, so Red Hulk died pretty easily, and we're just going to go ahead and clean ourselves now. And we have some new gear. There is the new weapon. I'm not too sure if that is the weak one or the purchased one. Alright, so hopefully the Unguard is going to go ahead and fade away on this. And for now, we'll go ahead and make sure this goes out. And 3 stacks of bleed is one of the bad things that could really hurt Molly in this. But hopefully these guys are low enough that we'll just finish them off. Alright, so that one was potentially risky there with the bleeds, but fortunately the damage was high enough to just dispose of the remaining ones over there. And let's get my make money bitches going. And let's go ahead and do my next 3. Quite a good opener from Hercules there to throw that at the flyer. Very interesting group, but I don't expect a whole lot out of this one. I knew that was going to get people in my face, but it was worth it because I could see that the agent is holding the neurotrope, so I sent some quick actions over there. Yep, like I said, didn't expect a whole lot out of it. Basically was able to absorb those early counters and just kind of push through like she always does. Alright, let's get our last 2 wins in if we could actually not hit practice. Ooh, this could be bad without the Mystic. This could be a rough match. I think perhaps I was exhausted there and didn't even know it. Alright, well, I guess finally my agent's gonna get to go over here. I apparently was exhausted at the beginning, and then I see where I was stunned and whatnot. Never seen Molly taken out quite so easily. Ooh, wow, that was a killer hit from Rogue. Well, as we can see here, full screen has led to a really buggy match over there. That was quite hysterical, and fortunately, Rogue's massive attacks were able to carry that one over there, and it seems like I'm already taking some defense as a win and a loss. So let's get this last win out of the day here. So this is going to be interesting. Fortunately, I'll go before Patriot, and I will be able to exhaust them. However, I see a scroll on the other side, so that's going to be fun. Bad opening from the enemy agent. So sometimes it pays to just power through the counters with heedless ambition over there and just kind of plow through it. And, oh, well, okay. That's complete garbage. We'll see what's going on over there. So let's go ahead and end the video on a bug. And I hope everybody gets what they want out of the PvP season. And I hope you enjoyed the Famine of Mali over here. Nice little team up that I'm using just temporarily. I'll probably get the Fist of Mali going for the majority of the season. Take care, everybody.